Hi, it's Pamela Jimenez. Please leave me a message after the beep. Hi, it's Pamela Jimenez. Please leave me a message after the beep.
Pam AI.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey.
How are you?
Okay, good.
I had a nice conversation with your parents other day.
That's good to hear.
Which I almost think was better than you and I meeting at some point. You know what I mean? It was good for me to understand from their perspective.
Obviously we get a fuller other side.
So you did meet with Trevor, and it turns out that you can actually stay at school?
Correct.
Okay. Did your parents talk to you about what their plan was or what they thought might be the best for summer?
Well, that's what we were all talking to together. We haven't really figured that out, but obviously the sooner I know, the better. So obviously I can plan ahead, unless if there's any like late fees or registration or anything.
Okay. When does that all have to be decided by?
I think I can get an appointment for my academic advisor in June, but obviously I didn't. My parents haven't given me the go ahead yet. I think they're going to, but I'm coming to Stanford on Friday.
Okay, great. Oh, you're coming home. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Are you going to be home for a week? Can I see you in office?
I think so, yeah, and then I'm going to Germany.
Okay, that would be great. Although Wednesdays, sometimes I'm not in office on Wednesday, so we have to double check, okay?
Okay.
Because I'm in a new office. It's super nice. I think you're going to love it. So, Andreas, so how have you been feeling? I know you said that you've been feeling a little weepy and just like a little unsettled.
Yeah, I don't know. I just sometimes need to know how to get like certain emotional releases out. Because the thing with the girl, like I got a little closure yesterday, and then I just cried afterwards, and I realized it was just building up, and it was good to release that. But yeah, it was just kind of like messed up. But then
how did you get closer? Good for you.
Well,
for
I can know a little
closure.
bit.
Now,
I didn't finish it yet, but the mom. I was trying to I reached out to one of her parents, and then they got back to me or whatever, and then she was like, I guess I don't know, because I said da da da, I knew her da da da, and then I met her one time, and then she said, "Are you the person who's been leaving gifts and stuff or whatever?" So I don't know if she has like a whole harem of people she's been leading on or something, but whatever. But because I thought she graduated, and she's staying another year, and then we might. She said she'd like relay the information and stuff. But yeah, so at least like it stinks that
your mom. Sorry, so to understand this better, you didn't talk to her. You talked to her mom.
Yeah.
But she's not graduating. She's there for another year.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's good, right? That's positive.
Yeah, but she's dating someone else right now, but I don't know how long that's gonna last for. But and there's still like loose ends I want to be settled, but it seems like she's well, she already told me about like a bunch of crazy or abusive ex-boyfriends or whatever, codependents or whatever, and then someone was leaving gifts or whatever. She like the mom thought that was me. I was like, so I don't know if she does this to a lot of people. I think she was very kind of
Yeah, is she kind of one of those like whatever you call?
Well, she's adopted from Russia, so I don't know if that has like maybe like a beat or like borderline personality or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm using the wrong terms.
Yeah. I wonder but she's not one of those catfish people, like who.
No. I met her in class. I met her in
Oh, okay. Oh, much better. Okay, love that.
Yeah.
Okay,
No, and we had a really good relationship for like quite a solid like couple months. Like we never put a label on it, but we were like intimate with each other and stuff. And like we weren't seeing. I wasn't seeing anyone else, and I thought it was mutual for her. And then during kind of I think over the break is when something happened. She found someone or decided whatever. I also
you
played.
never were able to talk to her, right?
Exactly. Yeah. I just wanted to get closure as to what happened.
Hard.
Yeah. So.
That's really, really hard. Yeah.
And
sounds like she was very special to you. You know.
Yeah, she was definitely like one of my rocks down here, and I don't know, I just felt like obviously betrayed, but whatever. Like I was a lot more shooken up yesterday, but then when I cried and got the emotional release out, and then when I heard someone was like there was someone like I just feel like she probably does this to a lot of people, or it's like not a me issue, because I was thinking more of it as a me issue, like what did there's probably stuff I did do wrong or whatever, or probably obviously like, but like I think it's more of a her issue from what I've gathered now.
You know, it very well be. You know, Andreas, people have lots of stuff going on in their lives, and sometimes whatever happens is not even about us, right? It's about them. So
yeah, but it's just still hard. It's just this hard pill to swallow. And I just really
hard.
Yeah, I don't
It is
know.
really hard.
Yeah, it's kind of gonna be looming. And because I thought she was gonna
So,
whatever. Never mind. Okay.
would you like to stay? What would be your ideal? Would it be to stay at, see if I can make- would it be to stay at the school? What would be your ideal situation? Or would it be
Well,
to get a job and take part-time classes?
no, well, super ideal would be to stay at the school and then eventually, once I, actually am able to do everything, transfer to a different school because I don't, or maybe in the process of getting the stabilization, I'll find that, I like a lot of the people and the culture down here, but for me, I think it's a good school in the fact that Lynn, again, it caters to people, and I think if I can't do it at Lynn, there's not that many other colleges where I can do it, kind of sort of deal.
Yeah,
But
I
that being
agree. I think
said,
that you have a good setup there. You know it. You've got support.
yeah, I
I think that
definitely
they've got
do
a good
gotta get
academic
some
program.
or a straight academic tutor set up prior or something because I wasn't yet because that was even a recent development. Wasn't even aware that you didn't know that Trevor wasn't like a tutor or anything.
No, when I talked to your parents, though, they said that you do have a tutor. Do you have a tutor? They said that there was a tutor, not
The
Trevor, but
closest thing is there's a writing center, but it's a bunch of like you don't know who you're gonna get. It's a bunch of like part-time librarians and stuff. And the
yeah,
issue
that's
is
not a tutor.
since it's not
That's not a tutor.
individualized, you have to restart. Like I have to tell them this. You know what I'm saying? Versus like if you know someone with the
Yeah,
class,
yeah,
okay, at the beginning of the class
understood.
you're all working towards a big presentation at the end of the class. So during each of our weekly
Mm-hmm.
checkups, we're gonna
Right.
versus every single time I went there, I have to re-explain. It was just getting.
Yeah, I understand. Okay. So, all right. So, I don't know. This is something that you may want to talk to your parents about sooner rather than later. When I spoke to them, by the way, I want to tell you, we are all so proud of you, and your parents are beaming with pride in the
Yeah.
sense that the academic thing there's room for improvement.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
That's
And
an
in the same
understatement.
breath, think about how far you've come from where you were just a mere year and a half ago. Do you remember you were like living in some basement on pills, crying, not eating, really not well, not showering,
Yeah.
not practicing self-care. You were in a really unstable state, and you're living right now. Look how far you've come. You're living on your own. Yes, the social life is rocky, but you're a teen. This is what it's about. That's why they call them crushes, because they hurt, right? There's dating, there's, making friends. There's still more to grow, but you're living on your own. You're practicing self-care. You're getting food. You're navigating. You make phone calls for yourself. You're really doing a lot of things that assure us that you're going to be a wonderful, well-functioning adult. Okay? Now, that being said, I know that your parents said, you don't really have enough to make up a GPA, and they thought for the summer it might be fun, instead of enrolling in school, getting a job and then just taking part-time classes at a community college.
For the fall semester?
I
Or
don't
just for the
know.
summer? For the summer, I would
Well,
like to get a summer job for the summer, but I would like to go back to
great.
school in the fall.
Okay, all right. So that's something that you can communicate to them, okay?
Okay.
And so now that you're out for the summer, you're out, right?
Yes.
Isn't class over with?
Yeah, class is completely over. Yeah, and that was one thing
Okay.
watching the graduation thing, like live streams or whatever, just seeing all my
Yeah.
friends going through it, I was just like, it was just giving me like, and just time to reflect. I was just like, oh God, like this is, just giving me like, just more motivation, just kind of like internal, like kicking myself in the shin, but like also directing it into like kind of motivation and like kind of passion.
I mean, here's the thing, Andreas, you can do it. What you're not used to doing is putting the work in.
And also I think to a degree
there's no
being like
amount of
you've mentioned,
tutors.
being by myself or being without any, because like always forever, like I've always had, my parents within arm's reach are always kind of checking in on me. Here, there goes days without them checking in on me theoretically. I mean, or they might send me, various text messages, but I just won't respond. Versus like always before, they'd all,
Yeah. Yeah. I think that you're going to see that if it's getting there. It's a process. But you've got to just understand that we need to get you a schedule that works.
Yeah.
We need to get a schedule that works.
I agree.
So as a starter, I know we talked about doing a time audit. Were you able to do a time audit?
No, my stuff's been, like, I just haven't been in that mind state. I was basically wallowing with this whole girl thing until yesterday when I finally kind of had a release.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, how was your birthday? You never responded when I sent you the birthday.
I'm sorry. It was just by myself here. There was no. It was my parents sent me edible arrangements. That was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that is so delicious.
But it was more now. The 23 now. I kind of really feel, at least numerically wise, it's really the pressure. Because like 22, I feel like it's kind of slow. At 23, that's like where I feel like now it's not like, I don't know. For me, at least personally, it's a little bit less. I felt like that's like kind of more of like a marker.
Yep. Well, Andreas, you have the ability to do whatever you want in life. So if you watched I think it was probably pretty powerful for you to watch that graduation ceremony.
Yeah.
That could be you. That could be you. And it doesn't matter how long it will take, but the thing is the longer you wait for someone else to row the boat.
Well, if I don't do it by like next whatever, they're probably gonna, what's it called? They're gonna kick. It's not even if my parents are even still on board, which I doubt they'll be. Which why should they be? They're not gonna even take me.
Yeah, I know and I think your parents. Yeah, so exactly. So let's see how it goes. So here's the thing about your schedule. We talked about when you were little. It was so success. It was more successful because you had a schedule. And the funny thing is, people who have executive functioning issues, and I know you know what those are, they don't like schedules. Why? Because schedules are hard. But that is the key to success. Okay, is having you don't have to be over scheduled. There has to be lots of break times, breaks for your mental energy, for your physical self. But you've got to have a schedule. Every successful person has a schedule.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Yeah.
No one lies in bed and just with the hope that things are going to miraculously get done.
Of course.
Okay? So I worry that if I can't even get data, how do we know how you're spending your day?
Yeah, well, I guess I can see it'll be, well, obviously with school, well, since I wasn't going to school, it's obviously a bit different. I guess, and then I can really do a time audit when I'm back in Stanford. Or I can just do one for a day. I could even just do one tomorrow. Even just a day is probably even good enough.
Do you want to know something? Doing it any day. Any day. But here's the thing. I want it done on a half-hour schedule. So every half hour, I want you to write down what you're doing or what you did.
So I just got to set alarms that go off literally every single half hour.
Yep. And write down what you did that last half hour. And be honest. Because the thing is, it's not going to help.
Then it's not going to...
Yeah. Right. We just need to know. Because here's the problem. Your happiness is being sucked away by some huge drains of time.
Yeah.
And we don't know what those drains are. But I guarantee you, even if they're relaxing, they're not happy moments.
Yeah, I gotta really...
They're not happy.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
All right, so see if you can do that. And it's just data. Remember, it's just a starting point to give us an understanding of how things are going. Okay, now let's talk about a job. I'm very excited for your summer. Are you going to be in Florida this year or here?
I'm not too sure, honestly. It depends, obviously, with what my parents want to do with the job and stuff. And then, but I think, yeah, So I'm in Germany, I think until, like late May, maybe, but by June, definitely by early June, I'll be back either here or, what's it called, or Stanford. So I haven't even decided with my parents. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Yes, so sometimes it's like it's hit or miss. Sometimes you go there and it'll be good, and other times it'll be whatever. But I'll usually if I make a really conscious effort not to, it's usually I think. No, because sometimes it's like I feel like I don't I just it's like weird. I'm not bad. I just sleep longer. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's good for a little bit. A little bit, yeah, definitely. No, I'm gonna be back for you all of May. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, I realize we're like if we're both on the same team. We obviously just have we're obviously different ways of doing stuff. Goes a long way. Yeah. Yeah, like that's why if anything happens, like I told you, my dad's friend, he recently passed away. We got very sick. He ended up passing away. Um, and he had a son that was only that I was, I'm kind of friends with her. I used to be closer with, obviously, when we were all younger. But and he's only 5 years older than me. And I'm just imagining, he's going through. And he was on pretty bad terms with his dad before he passed too.
It's really hard, and you get older, and you realize, well, my parents were just doing the best they could, and they just wanted to spend time with me. And I know how much when your mom calls you Schatzi and like
Schatzi, yeah, the sparrow in German. This girl that I like, she also said that was cute. I was always embarrassed. Yeah.
What is she call you?
Spazi. It means like sparrow or something.
That's so cute. Oh my God, it's so charming. You should just see the love. You see the love. And they are different people. They used to be very anxious and angry and upset. When I speak to them now, they're beaming with pride, and it's because you're respectful, and you talk to them, and you're honest, right?
Yeah.
And they just love you. They just want to spend time with you.
Yeah.
And they want the best for you. Okay. So well done, you. You've come a long way, my dear. You've come a long way.
Thank you.
All right. So we need to talk about how to have some release when you're upset, emotionally upset. That's a good thing to do. And the other thing, I think we may do that. When do you leave for Germany? Is it next week?
Maybe, possibly. I'm not sure. I think like the 22nd, close to the 22nd.
Okay, so I may not see you until you come back, because I only see you every other week, right? No, I see you every week.
Yeah, every week.
Right, okay. So maybe next week we should see each other in office.
Okay.
And I'm going to teach you I'm going to teach you a skill that can help you regulate when you're upset, to give you some peace. And it doesn't take away our problems, of course, but it can help you gain control, have a better relationship with those emotions.
Right.
So that they don't feel so painful.
Right.
Because the pain of strong emotions is really painful, right?
Yeah.
It's really uncomfortable.
You know, it was, yeah, it's
Okay.
nauseating a lot of the time, sometimes particularly.
Yeah. So that's what we'll do next week. What was I going to say about this week? Let's talk a little bit about what kind of job, when you're home in June, you're going to have June, July, August, or like June, July, half of August. How do you feel about getting a job? Do you think that would be fun?
Or do you mind, could we do possibly a half session today?
Do a half session?
Possibly, yeah.
Well, yeah, sure. Why though?
Because I'm trying to meet my friend. We're actually going to the Japanese gardens, and then maybe go.
Okay. Okay. All right. Yes. Okay.
It's always unfortunate how it always happens.
Okay. And that's why you wanted to meet earlier, and I apologize. This has been a crazy week. Otherwise, I would have tried to squeeze you in earlier. Okay. Yes. Go to the Japanese garden. It's very important. What I need you to do though, Andreas, this is very important. You know how we talked about those graduates going across the stage? They had to row the boat. They had to take action.
Yeah.
The first action I want you to do is tomorrow. When do you fly home?
Friday.
Okay. That means that you have Thursday. I need you to make this a priority. I need to get a time on it.
Okay.
Which means what you do is you mark the time you woke up, and every half hour you write down as much detail about what you did.
Okay.
Because this is whatever is happening is zapping you from your life and your energy and your happiness.
Yeah, no, and I'm not. Yeah, it's being very inefficient. I don't like being this inefficient.
Yeah. And we talked about atomic habits. They're not scary because they're baby habits. But what I want you to do is once we have the time on it, we'll be able to talk about what we can do to make those atomic habits work for you, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so have a wonderful time at the Japanese garden.
Okay, thank you.
And I want you to check in with me and let me know that you did the time on it, okay?
All right.
Tomorrow, don't forget.
Okay. All right.
Okay, bye, Andres.
Bye, Pam. I guess I'll see you in person.
Bye. Next week, but first I want to hear from you about.
Oh yeah, obviously. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Bye bye.